What's up, guys? How are you? Welcome into what will be the last Daily Juice podcast for 1 week. My name is Matt Perrault. How you guys doing here? At Sports Talk Matt is my Twitter account. It's my Instagram account and all my socials if you guys want to follow me over the next 7 days. Do not get angry, upset, or worried. The Juice will come back on Sunday, May the 4th. We'll be back after a 7-day hiatus. Now, this has never happened before in the history of this podcast. We have never gone dark for 7 days, so we are going to go dark for 7 days. I apologize. In order for us to have some action, though, while I am going to be out of the country, I'm going to give you 3 plays you can make in the futures market if you want, okay? I'm going to give us some plays to look ahead, plays that you can hopefully cash while I'm gone potentially, and also just a future bet that I think is worth getting into right now in terms of the way things are going. So those things will all still come at you. At the moment, however, I cannot tell you what happened last night because, hold on, let me go ahead and put this up because we don't know what happened yet on this because the Warriors game is just starting. The Colorado game is just starting. Aaron Gordon, under 22.5, cashed. The Desmond Bane missed on the hook, which is really a frustration from my standpoint because I don't like betting these player props during the NBA playoffs because I don't feel like the numbers are as easily beaten as we do get in the regular season. It's super sharp, so we miss on a hook, but it was 20 for, even with that last layup, we get there for the under on Aaron Gordon. What an ending, what a game, what a series that's going to be between the Nuggets and the Clippers. We are on the Clippers. I still like the Clippers at plus 135 to win that series. It is the best of 3 now, with Denver having home court back, but I still like the Clippers to win that series. We need one more win out of the Pistons to win that bet of plus 2.5 games on Detroit up against the Knicks. So we're watching those things. So those 2 future plays are still in play here for us. I got 3 more to give you guys coming up here. But first and foremost, let me remind you guys about the betting systems that are available on the BettingPros app. You guys can find the most profitable bets, over 12,000 systems back-tested and growing. You can tail upcoming bets easily. You can follow your favorite BettingPros personality as well. You guys can also go and check out your own systems by sport, bet type, time frame, find the best opportunities using real-time data and expert analysis. You guys can go download the BettingPros app today or go to bettingpros.com/systems to elevate your betting strategy and make smarter bets coming up here today or while I am gone. And while I am gone, why not use the offer for a free week of Betting Pros Premium? There's no better week to check this out because the juice won't be given to you guys every morning. So why not jump in here with 7 days free using the code JUICE after you download the Betting Pros app, get a 7-day free trial. Bet smarter, not harder for you guys to do this. Activating your trial on the upgrade screen on the application at bettingpros.com/apps. Use the code JUICE. You can go and create those betting systems if you would like. You can also track your bets as well with Sportsbook Sync. Automatically track your bets across all major sportsbooks in one spot. All right, so it's 1-1 on the day so far. We went 3-0, by the way, 2 days ago when I thought we might not have a great night. We went 3-0. It's been a complete roller coaster ride of a week, but kind of expected as we got to go through this year. It's normally what happens when I'm getting ready to go on vacation. Things kind of get a little bit, up and down and crazy. So let's talk about what plays we're going to make here for today. So that's what we're currently looking at here for today with the Warriors and the Avalanche, which the games are just starting. It's about 9 o'clock on the East Coast. So we are a little ways away from that happening and what we're going to see with this. I'm really looking forward to both those games because I actually think that we've got some pretty good positions here. If we go 1-1, that won't surprise me. That's not too stunning if that's what we will end up going. But let's talk about the Lakers and the Timberwolves here, okay? So FanDuel's got this to go 7 games at plus money. And I think it's going to be an absolute war. I think we're going to see this back and forth nature of this series with the Lakers and the Timberwolves, and we've got currently a 2-1 lead for Minnesota. I think the Lakers have a really good chance of winning Game 4. It's Luka who will be back after the stomach bug. It's LeBron with his back against the wall here. You have a 116-104 game that really wasn't indicative as to how that game really was played in Game 3. The Lakers were right there until the final 2 or 3 minutes, and then they got steamrolled at the end to lose the thing by 12. I think the Lakers can win game 3 coming up here today. And then I think they go back home to LA. They can win game 5 at home. T-Wolves win game 6. Then we go to a game 7 in Los Angeles and all bets are off. Over 6.5 games. It won't matter who wins. Just have this thing go 7. Lakers and Timberwolves over 6.5 games is plus 144. We're going to jump in on that. Over 6.5 games. So we're going to a game 7. Doesn't matter who wins. Just got to get to a game 7. And it also gives you a hedge opportunity. If we get to a game 6, which at 2-1, we should get there to a game 6. You guys can bet on the plus money side if you want as to who is losing. They should be plus money. If they win it, right, they can win that game and send us into a game 7. You can win both bets or you can hedge off of it. So this is a hedge opportunity. I'll do my best to give you guys I'm going to be out of the country, but I'll try to get on the Discord channel and tell you guys how to play off of this. But that's how I would play this. Take Lakers and the Timberwolves over 6.5 games to go to a game 7 at plus 144. Second bet, we're going to go to hockey. The Vegas Golden Knights. They currently are tied 2 games apiece with the Minnesota Wild. They just won in overtime, an unbelievable game for Vegas where they just looked, in a lot of ways, discombobulated. They were able to rally and come all the way back to tie up the series at 2 games apiece and send this thing back to Vegas, where Vegas, I think, will have a really good chance to win game 5. But then I think that the Wild will win game 6 or vice versa. I think this series is going 7, just given the way these games have gone. Vegas won game 1 5-2. The Wild won game 2 5-2. They won game 3 5-2, and they really were in control of game 4 behind Vegas. They're down 3-1, Vegas wasn't. They scored 3 straight goals, including the game winner in overtime, to win. I think this series is going 7, and the Golden Knights in game 7s in the playoffs. If you're going to give me plus money, I'm going to take it every single time, given the goaltending, the pedigree, the coaching, and the environment as to how it's going to be played. Give me Vegas at home. It's a plus 185 play. Vegas to beat the Wild in 7. In that series, we are picking a winner. So it can't just go 7. Vegas must win in 7 in a game 7 at home at plus 185. So we will jump in on that. You will probably be able to take it. If it goes to 7, you're going to be able to take a plus money play on Minnesota in game 7 and guarantee yourself profit. But it's got to go to 7 for that bet to come in. So that's a little bit more of a risky play about picking the winner as to who is going to win the game 7. But Vegas at home in the playoffs at the Fortress, I feel pretty good about that. Now, finally, I'm wearing a 2024-25 championship hat for the Celtics, or 23-24 championship hat for the Celtics. The Cavaliers are live, and at 550, at plus 550, there's too much value in not taking Cleveland right now. Okay, OKC is the number 1 option. The Boston Celtics are number 2. But if we have a plus 550 on the Cavs and they make the Eastern Conference Finals, and I have a hard time seeing Cleveland not make the Eastern Conference Finals at the moment, just given the way they're playing right now, as to how good they have looked, how well they have played over the last couple of games. They've just been tremendous. They're up 3-0. They've got the Pacers and the Bucks in the next round. I don't think either one of those teams will have anything to give to the Cavaliers right now with the way they're shooting the basketball. And then they'll play the Boston Celtics most likely. Now, Boston's going to get past the Magic, and they might get a little resistance from the Knicks, but I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. Boston probably in 6. But then Boston's got some real questions in terms of health. And, Drew Holiday will miss another game here with his hamstring injury. You have a bad knee for Jaylen Brown. You have a bad wrist for Jason Tatum. The injury is starting to be a real thing for Boston here. And if they play the Cavaliers in the Eastern Conference Finals, like I think that they can or they will, they're going to have their work cut out for them. And I think it could be really difficult. And at plus 550, I think there's too much value there to take Cleveland to go ahead and take a 1-unit play on it and then just hedge off of it and just make a couple of, and maybe not even hedge until we get to the series. And to the NBA Finals, because it could be Cleveland could beat Boston. It's absolutely possible given the injuries for the Celtics, and go ahead. If Boston's healthy, I like Boston, but it's going to be in 7. Like, it's not going to be an easy series at all. It's going to be an all-out war with Boston against Cleveland, and Cleveland very well could be favored in that series against Boston. So I have depending on who's hurt. So at plus 550, I think you have to jump in. You have to take the Cleveland Cavaliers at plus 550 for 1 unit. Okay, so those are 3 plays that we have throughout here, 3 future bets that we've got to go along with our Pistons plus 2.5 games and the LA Clippers to win their series up against the Denver Nuggets. Now we got 5 NBA futures going here, 4 NBA futures and 1 NHL future to get into while we're off. Again, Timberwolves Lakers to go over 6.5 games is plus 144 for 1 unit. Vegas in 7 at plus 185 for 1 unit. That must be a 7-game series. If it goes 6 and Vegas wins in 6, or the Wild win it in 6, that bet will lose. And then Cleveland to win it all at plus 550 for 1 unit to come in and give ourselves a chance to potentially hedge off of that. We're going to jump in here with that. Those are our plays for the break. We will be back on Sunday morning. I'll tape it Saturday night. It'll drop on Sunday morning, May the 4th. I thank you all for the kind words. It's been a very, very good month of April. We will end way up here in the month of April. I'll do some accounting and I'll give you the full April schedule or April record when I come back on this, but it's been very profitable. We head to May where we've got a lot of cool things going. If I got a Derby play sent to me, if somebody says, hey, bet this for the Derby, I will pass that along on the Discord channel. If you haven't joined it, go do so. bettingpros.com/chat. My name is Matt Perrault. Follow me across all of my socials at Sports Talk Matt. Back in a week for another episode of the Daily Juice Podcast.